How winners think, the attitude that changes everything. The real difference between winners and everyone else. Most people think winners are lucky. They think winners are smarter. They think winners are born different. This is not true. The biggest difference is not talent. It is not money. It is not education. The real difference is attitude. Attitude is how you think. Attitude is how you react. Attitude is how you see problems. Two people can face the same situation. One gives up. The other grows stronger. Same world, different attitude. Winners do not wait for perfect conditions. They move forward in chaos. They move forward in fear. They understand one simple truth. You cannot control everything, but you can always control your attitude. This mindset changes everything. Most beginners believe success comes first, then confidence comes later. Winners know the opposite is true. Confidence comes first, action comes next, success comes last. Winners act even when they feel unsure. They act even when they feel afraid. Fear does not stop them. Fear becomes a signal. Fear means growth is close. When a beginner feels fear, they stop. When a winner feels fear, they lean in. This is not magic. This is training. Attitude is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Winners train their attitude daily, not once a year, not when life feels easy. They train it when life is hard. Every morning is a choice. Complain or commit. Excuses or effort. Winners choose effort. They do not ask, "What if I fail?" They ask, "What if I learn?" This question changes the brain. It removes pressure. It removes shame. Learning feels safe. Failure feels dangerous. Winners replace fear with curiosity. They do not need motivation all the time. They build discipline. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is logical. Emotions change daily. Logic stays stable. This is why winners rely on systems, not feelings. They show up even when they do not feel ready. Beginners wait to feel ready. Winners know readiness comes after action. This is a critical shift. If you wait for confidence, you will wait forever. If you act, confidence will follow. Winners understand time differently. They think long-term. They sacrifice short comfort for long growth. Beginners want fast results. Winners want lasting results. Fast results feel good. Lasting results change lives. Winners are patient, not passive, but patient. They work quietly. They improve daily. No applause, no validation. They know the process works. This calm belief is powerful. Winners do not need to prove themselves. They focus on progress. They compare only with yesterday, not with others. Comparison kills joy. Focus builds power. Winners protect their focus. They say no often. They guard their time. Time is energy. Energy is life. Winners invest energy wisely. They avoid constant negativity. They choose what enters their mind. Your mind is a room. Not everyone deserves a key. Winners are careful with input. What you watch, what you hear, what you repeat. These shape your attitude. Winners feed their mind with growth. They read, they listen, they learn, even when tired. They understand something important. The mind believes what it hears often. If you say, "I can't," your mind agrees. If you say, "I will try," your mind opens. Words matter. Winners speak differently, even when alone. They do not insult themselves. They do not joke about failure. They treat their future self with respect. This builds self-trust. Self-trust is the foundation of confidence. When you trust yourself, action feels safer. Winners keep promises to themselves, small promises, simple promises. Wake up on time, practice daily, finish what you start. Each kept promise strengthens identity. Identity shapes behavior. Winners see themselves as learners, not victims. Life does not happen to them, they happen to life. This mindset gives power. Power does not mean control. Power means response. You may lose a job, you may fail a test, you may feel lost, but you still choose your response. Winners pause before reacting. They ask, "What is this teaching me?" This question removes anger. It creates meaning. Meaning fuels endurance. Without meaning, effort feels heavy. With meaning, effort feels light. Winners attach meaning to struggle. Struggle becomes training. Pain becomes progress. They do not escape discomfort, they use it. Comfort creates stagnation. Challenge creates change. Winners choose challenge, not because it is easy, but because it is worth it. They accept discomfort as part of growth. This acceptance removes resistance. Resistance wastes energy. Acceptance directs energy. Winners direct energy forward. They forgive themselves quickly. They learn quickly. They move on quickly. They do not live in regret. Regret looks backward. Growth looks forward. Winners look forward. They know perfection is impossible. Progress is enough. One step today is better than 10 steps imagined. Action beats intention. Winners value action, even imperfect action. They do not wait for approval. They do not wait for permission. They take responsibility. Responsibility is freedom. Blame traps you. Ownership frees you. Winners choose ownership. This choice changes everything. Because once you own your life, you can shape it. And this is where real winning begins.
Part 2. How winners think when life gets hard. Life is not fair. Winners know this early. They do not waste energy asking why. They ask, what now? This shift saves strength. Hard moments come to everyone. Pain does not choose favorites. The difference is not pain. The difference is response. When life gets hard, most people break. Winners bend. Bending is not weakness. Bending is intelligence. A tree that bends survives the storm. A tree that resists snaps. Winners adapt. They accept reality first. Acceptance is power. Denial delays growth. Acceptance starts progress. Winners say, "This is happening." Then they move. They do not lie to themselves. They do not hide from truth. Truth is heavy, but it is solid. You can build on truth. Winners face disappointment directly. They feel it. They do not avoid it. Avoidance makes pain louder. Facing pain makes it quieter. Winners give pain a purpose. They turn loss into lessons. They turn mistakes into maps. Every failure leaves clues. Clues show what to improve. Clues show what to change. Winners study their failures. Not with shame, with curiosity. Shame closes the mind. Curiosity opens it. This mindset keeps them growing. When things fall apart, winners slow down. They breathe. They think. They do not panic. Panic shortens vision. Calm expands vision. Winners protect calm. Calm is not passive. Calm is controlled focus. With calm, they make better decisions. They ask simple questions. What can I control? What can I not? They release what they cannot control. They attack what they can. Energy flows where focus goes. Winners focus on actions, small actions, clear actions. They break big problems into small steps. Big problems feel heavy, small steps feel possible. Progress creates hope. Hope fuels action. This cycle builds momentum. Winners trust the process, even when results are slow, even when progress feels invisible. They understand growth is quiet. Roots grow in silence, so does character. Most people quit during silence. Winners stay. They keep showing up. Consistency is their secret weapon. Talent starts the race. Consistency finishes it. Winners value boring work. They repeat basics. They master fundamentals. They do not chase shortcuts. Shortcuts skip growth. Growth takes time. Time requires patience. Winners train patience. They stop rushing outcomes. They start refining habits. Habits shape identity. Identity shapes destiny. Winners build strong habits. Wake up early. Practice daily. Reflect often. They review their actions. What worked? What failed? What to improve? Reflection creates wisdom. Without reflection, experience is wasted.
Winners learn from experience. They do not blame others. They do not blame circumstances. Blame feels easy, but it steals power. Power lives in responsibility. Winners take full responsibility. Not for everything that happens, but for how they respond. This mindset builds resilience. Resilience is not toughness. Resilience is recovery. Winners recover fast. They fall, they rise, they adjust, again and again. They do not ask, how many times can I fail? They ask, how many times can I stand up? This question builds strength. Winners are not fearless. They feel fear deeply, but fear does not lead. Values lead. Purpose leads. Winners know why they fight. A clear why survives pain. When motivation fades, purpose remains. Purpose carries you through storms. Winners connect daily actions to long-term meaning. Work becomes mission. Effort becomes identity. They do not see struggle as punishment. They see it as preparation. Preparation for the next level. Pressure creates diamonds. Resistance creates muscle. Winners embrace resistance. They understand comfort is the enemy of growth. Comfort feels safe, but it shrinks potential. Winners choose discomfort intentionally. They push limits slowly. They expand capacity daily. Growth is not explosive, it is steady. Winners respect this pace. They do not envy fast success. Fast success often breaks fast. Strong foundations take time. Winners build foundations. They strengthen mindset first, skills second, results last. This order matters. Without mindset, skills collapse under pressure. Winners prepare for pressure. They visualize challenges. They rehearse responses. Mental rehearsal builds confidence. Confidence reduces panic. When hard moments arrive, winners are ready. Not perfect, but prepared. Prepared minds stay steady. Steady minds make smart moves, and smart moves compound over time. This is how winners survive hard seasons, not by avoiding pain, but by transforming it. And in the next part, you will see how winners think about the future, how they stay focused, how they stay hungry, how they keep winning long-term. Part 3. How winners build a life that keeps winning. Winners think long-term. They do not live only for today. They see life as a journey, not a moment. Every decision becomes a brick. Bricks build direction. Small choices shape big futures. Winners ask better questions. Not what feels good now, but what will matter later. This question filters decisions. Winners design their days. They do not drift. They do not wander. They plan. They prioritize. They know time never returns. Lost money can be earned again. Lost time cannot.
Time is life. Winners respect time deeply. They create routines, morning routines, work routines, reflection routines. Routines reduce chaos. They create stability. Stability supports growth. Winners simplify their lives. They remove noise. They reduce distraction. Focus becomes sharp. Sharp focus multiplies effort. Winners do fewer things, but they do them well. They understand depth beats speed. Shallow work feels busy. Deep work creates value. Winners protect deep work. They turn off distractions. They silence unnecessary voices. Silence feeds clarity. Clarity drives confidence. Winners stay students. They never feel finished. The moment you stop learning, you start declining. Winners read. They listen. They ask questions. They learn from mentors. They learn from mistakes. They learn from life. Learning keeps the mind flexible. Flexible minds adapt faster. Winners adapt before crisis. They do not wait for pain to change. They evolve early. This keeps them ahead. Winners set standards. Standards for work. Standards for health. Standards for relationships. Standards protect self-respect. Low standards invite regret. Winners choose standards over excuses. They do not negotiate with laziness. They do what needs to be done, even when tired, even when bored. Discipline becomes identity. Identity shapes destiny. Winners choose their environment carefully. Environment influences behavior. Surroundings shape habits. Habits shape results. Winners spend time with growth-minded people. People who challenge, people who inspire. They limit exposure to negativity. Negativity spreads silently. Winners guard mental space. Peace improves performance. Winners care for their body. Sleep matters, movement matters, nutrition matters. The body carries the mind. A tired body weakens focus. Winners treat health as strategy. Energy fuels consistency. Consistency builds success. Winners do not chase motivation. They build structure. Structure supports action. Action builds confidence. Confidence creates momentum. Momentum makes progress easier. Winners ride momentum. They celebrate small wins, not to relax, but to recharge. Acknowledgement strengthens belief. Belief fuels persistence. Winners measure progress. They track habits. They review results. What gets measured improves. Winners adjust often. They pivot when needed. Stubbornness breaks growth. Flexibility sustains it. Winners stay flexible. They accept seasons. Some seasons are for building. Some seasons are for learning. Some seasons are for resting. Rest is not quitting. Rest is strategy.
Winners rest with intention. They protect balance. Burnout destroys potential. Sustainable effort wins long-term. Winners think in decades. They do not rush legacy. They plant seeds. They water daily. Growth follows patience. Winners trust time. They do not compare timelines. Everyone has a different clock. Comparison steals joy. Focus creates progress. Winners focus inward. They compete with yesterday. They ask, "Am I better than before?" This keeps ego small. Small ego learns faster. Fast learning compounds growth. Winners practice gratitude. Gratitude grounds ambition. Without gratitude, success feels empty. With gratitude, effort feels meaningful. Winners win without losing themselves. They build success with integrity. Integrity protects peace. Peace supports clarity. Clarity guides purpose. Purpose fuels endurance. This is how winners keep winning, not by chasing trophies, but by mastering themselves. Attitude becomes foundation. Foundation supports everything. Change your attitude, change your actions, change your life. This is not theory, this is practice, and it starts now with one choice: choose to think like a winner.
If this video inspired you or helped you learn something new, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Motivation to Study English for 30 minutes every day. Your support is the energy that keeps us creating better and more meaningful videos every single day.